Welcome to Metabolic Maestro. I teach men to unlock self-mastery through the practices of fasting, stillness, meditation, training, and sacred feasting. Let's dive in today. I'm on day 78 of my cyclical fasting rhythms, 24, 36, 46-hour fast. Primarily, I've been doing 44 and 46 hours every day, non-stop, 78 days straight. I'm documenting this live every day, showing up just so you can see the blueprint, and that aside from all the signs, it's actually possible. Not only is it possible, it's practical in the modern day for the modern man to do. Let's dive in. The fasting. This is the chamber of purification where most modern men don't even dare to enter. They'll come up with all sorts of excuses so as not to endure that chamber of purification. It's a chamber of fire, the internal fire, where most men will say, fasting, that makes you weak. But think about it. If fasting really made you weak, then all the fattest people should be the most healthy, the most strong. But as we see, the fattest people, the people who are constantly eating, these are not the most strong, the most healthy of people. It's the total opposite. When you fast, you allow your body to balance itself, to get into a state of harmony. By eating, yes, you want to eat. This is not a starvation protocol. This is not a putting food down mentality. No, celebrate food. Food has its place. Know what that place is and use it as a tool to evolve your consciousness. Not to evolve your consciousness, but to unlock that greatness that's already within you instead of subduing it. That's it. This is not fasting to be spiritual. It's not fasting to be disciplined. This is fasting to unlock, to unleash, to reveal that greatness that's already there, but has been bogged down with the food, with the negative thinking, with the negative feelings. That's why we fast, not because we're trying to become something. No, this is knowing that we are, that I am, and just using fasting as a tool to unleash that, to unlock it, so that discipline, self-mastery becomes inevitable, becomes a natural follow-through. That's the power of fasting. And when you dive into it, and you start to become very consistent with your fasting rhythm, be it 24, 36, 46 hours, whatever fits your lifestyle, don't force it. Whatever is naturally comfortable at whatever stage you're at, dive into it. Feel that fire. That fire is gonna cultivate you. It's gonna transform your identity, who you know yourself to be. Someone who can endure that internal conflict and transform it, transmute it into harmony. So when you fast, the lack of constant eating creates a void. This is the void that most men are scared of. Because in this void, buried emotions, buried thoughts start to come up to the surface. When it comes to the surface, what happens is you have to be able to be with it. It's not about resisting it. It's about just being with it and observing it. And then you see it for what it is. And then you say, thank you, but that's not the truth of me. Because just like the alcoholic, the drug addict who has made a resolution that I'm not going to go to drink or take another drink. I am not going to go to take another hit of that drug. What do you know? Very next moment, very next day, they get a huge craving, massive craving for that same thing they just said they're not going to do. Why? It's because the body has been programmed, their body has been programmed for that certain substance, and the body, being a faithful servant, is just playing out that program. So it brings it up. Hey, you're supposed to be drinking. Hey, you're supposed to be taking that hit. And the more you don't do it, the more intense that message comes. Like the body saying, hey, what happened to this? What happened to this? And then most people can't. That's the purification, the chamber. Purification, the opportunity to transmute your identity. Most men can't handle that. They cave, they go back. And that's the path, that's the journey. It's nothing necessarily wrong with going back, with not being able to succeed the first time through, but it's about the repetition and that intention that I'm going to get this, that I'm already free from this substance, from this drink. And then bringing it back to fasting. Same thing is happening with the food, where over years and years and years of constant eating, programming your body to expect food at certain intervals, and now you say, nah, I'm not eating for this amount of time. Of course it's going to bring up those messages. It's not even a rebellion. It's going to serve you, remind you that, hey, we've been eating here. What's going on? And then you, as that man who is self-directed, you might not know it at this point, but you are. You sit. As you fasting, these emotions are going to come up. These sensations are going to come up. They're not going to feel comfortable. And you're going to sit there. You're going to observe it. You're going to say thank you. You're going to smile because you know this is the fire of purification. This is you in that chamber of transformation. And then you go ahead and you say, no, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to wait it out. And there's the time that I'm going to eat. I'm going to get nourished. And in the meantime, when you start out, you're going to have to lean on the science. As you experience, as you get more experienced, the experience is what's going to be your teacher. That's what's going to allow you to know for certain, aside from the science. So initially, yes, you will depend on the science for your confidence, for your faith that I will survive. I'm going to survive these 24, 36, 46 hours. I'll be fine. So you say, no, I have enough stores, resources in my body, and I'm going to be just fine. As you do this, you will just know, hey, I've done this several days, several months, several years. Okay, what's coming up? And now you can really be with those sensations. The great news as well is it doesn't happen all the time where you're going to be thrown into the chamber. It's not all, every fasting cycle. It's not going to be like that. But it's like layers. You go through a layer and then you just feel good for a bit. And then another layer comes and you're just in that muck. And then another layer, and then another layer. Perhaps it's infinite. I don't know. I just know I've been fasting. I've had this fasting lifestyle for 15 plus years. And it's not, I don't see it. Haven't stopped yet. I mean, so layers upon layers upon layers. I mean, as beings of infinite potential, it makes sense that it will be infinite layers to possibly explore and dive deep into. Hope you got something out of this. I'm encouraging you, check out that free guide I wrote. It's a 24-hour guide to help you begin this path, this process, self-mastery. Check it out. Got the link in the description. And remember, fasting is the doorway. Stillness is the foundation. And discipline is the path. Till next time, be still.